Jay-Z's lawyer is going to be filing a dismissal motion in the lawsuit that accuses Jay-Z of raping a 13-year-old girl after the VMA Awards in 2000 with Diddy. Alex Spiro previewed his arguments for dismissal in his permission request. And remember, judges have to assume that all facts in the complaint are true when they're deciding dismissal motions, because dismissal motions are about legal issues, like assuming everything in the lawsuit is true. Can it still proceed properly under the claims, under the statute of limitations, that kind of thing. So the arguments are not about the facts of the case or the alleged facts of the case. It's about the legal arguments under the facts as assumed true. Judge Analisa Torres granted the request to file the motion over the objection of the woman's lawyer, Tony Buzbee. So Jay-Z's lawyer has until February 6th to file the motion, and then Tony Buzbee's team can respond on February 28th, and then Jay-Z's lawyer can do an optional response on March 14th. So one of Spiro's arguments for dismissal is that the claim cited by the woman's lawyer, Tony Buzbee, is under a law that was actually passed 3 months after the alleged assault occurred. So he's saying that the law is not retroactive in that respect, so it can't proceed under that. Another argument he's making is that the law that the claim is brought under is a New York City statute, and that there's not evidence that this occurred in New York City. In fact, he's arguing that evidence shows that it had to have occurred outside of New York City. He's also arguing that there's another law that actually preempts the law that the lawsuit is brought under, and the statute of limitations is expired on that. So he's got three main arguments that he's going to flesh out much more. Now, this was interesting analysis from a lawyer on Twitter who says that he thinks Buzbee probably wins on whether state law preempts the New York City code, because neither is citing mandatory authority, mandatory case law. It's just district court opinions from other trial court judges like Judge Torres, which means it's not an appellate court decision. So it's persuasive but not authoritative. He does think that the argument about whether this was in New York City has some weight. But remember, if Judge Torres does rule that the complaint should be dismissed under these arguments, she can give leave to amend, which would allow Tony Buzbee to come back with an amended complaint. So this is really a preliminary first step in this whole proceeding. She could order the case dismissed, but like I said, it could come back again in some other form.